And we're back. 2011 predictions by the psychic couple, Chuck and Jen Bezio.
Alright, remember the predictions are designed specifically for individuals to prepare their own personal life for future events. The message for 2011 is remaining flexible and embraces change. There is no going back to what was. Success will lie in moving forward in new directions with new ideas. As a result of our economic and natural disasters, we will see government leaders coming together in a way that haven't before and discussing where humanity is headed and what we need to do. There will be an underlying pervasive sense of being stuck in the muck, a feeling of lethargy, of lost hope and stagnation. Progress on many fronts will feel thwarted. Things will not be moving in a satisfactory pace or direction. The feeling of being held back will be confusing, since we don't really know where we want to go anyway. This stubborn standstill will feel frustrating and disappointing. 2011 is the year where the dream can come true. Yet, this year is not going to be as turbulent as 2010. We can count on our fear showing because we are on the verge of major change. Batten down the hatches and be emotionally intelligent.
The biggest news for 2011 will be about a form of leadership we haven't seen before. Leaders of the world coming together to avoid catastrophe. I feel that Eastern Europe, like Romania and Bulgaria, will have some serious problems, and I also see a lot of turmoil in France and England. On the other hand, 2011 offers us a chance to reflect if we are willing to change our lives and our lifestyle, particularly on the physical, material plane. This is a year where emotions can be very revealing. Who will be invisible or inside will determine how your outside world will work, or will be working.
The stress of 2010 will leave us in a place where we need to heal ourselves and lives. The key is use the emotion to put the dream in motion. So give yourself a spiritual routine so that you can help tap into the true power that manifests the life you want. Remember, the only way out of a maze is up. 2011 will shake our beliefs, open our eyes to reality, and force us to express our opinions and take action. The energy in the previous year tried to gently pry us from our complacency. It has allowed us to see a glimpse into our future. We recognized there could be a lot of change ahead, but we were unsure whether it was going to be good or bad. 2011 will teach us not everything we have seen, believed, or been told is true. Our core beliefs will be tested and redefined. Events in the recent past have presented us with much opportunity to learn major, transformative spiritual lessons, but many won't want to face them. Many will instead try to turn back on them and refuse to become enlightened.
The issue of integrity, or the lack thereof, will be in the forefront of people's minds. Ethics will be scrutinized, infractions, and magnetized. It will be cruel to uphold integrity on every level.
What surrounds us on a personal, public, and political level will seem out of balance, necessitating a thorough reordering so that we can restore the balance of our priorities.
There will be a new willingness to work together, can't say that word,
synergistically,
in partnerships and teams.
The potential outcome will be the creation of a stronger, more secure foundation, along with more principled political and corporate goals, organization, and leadership. Personal changes will bring wondrous opportunities for true love, marriages, business, partnerships. We will begin to know what our passions and purpose are. We will realize that financial obligations and material items are not the route to long-lasting happiness. These opportunities will bring about long-term commitments in all aspects of life, family, business, and community.
This year holds energy for individual change. This is an opportunity for us to tap into the universal energies that govern individual and personal changes.
This year is for reevaluation of yourself and your desires. We will be able to recognize that deep within ourselves what our greatest desires are and how to claiming them.
The events of 2011 are influenced by the numerology of 2011. 11 is the number of enlightenment, and 2 the number of healing, and 4 is the planet of Uranus, the planet of awakening and sudden changes.
That's my governing planet.
Yeah.
The economy, unfortunately, our economy is weakening. The global economy is a cancer that has metastasized. Our leaders have been elected to make the tough decisions, and they have got to get serious about addressing it and systematically. Our leaders will begin to lead. The economic problems are global. Each sector of the economy is going through reform and will take steps forward towards recovery. It is a slow and painful process, but we are going forward. Life will feel different even after these reforms and the recovery.
Unemployment will go down, but not quickly. Many jobs will continue to be outsourced. The anger of a suffering populace whose eyes will be opened to the deeper truth of what it means to be humane will force change in revolutionary events. I do want to make note that this was done in 2010, and it's been on the web since 2010, and it's documented that these predictions were out there. These revolutionary events that are occurring in Egypt right now, these are things that we predicted a month before they occurred.
The entire world will struggle with the supply of water, fuel, and food sources that have become scarce due to demands from uncontrolled overpopulation.
Businesses that contribute to humanity's evolution and benefit the planet will have economic growth and expansion.
The rules of the economic game have changed forever. People will still feel uncertain and unclear about the future. They don't recognize anything anymore about how our systems are working. The rules of the game are different. Even though economic numbers are improving, there is still an underlying feeling of being unsettled.
In the U.S., in the United States, I see people having more time before foreclosures happen and banks backing off from pursuing them. Laws regarding bankruptcy and foreclosure and credit cards will change because of the situation. If you're facing foreclosure, stay in your house and fight. Don't do anything drastic out of fear and panic. Look into the help that is available. More people will be able to stay in their homes. The real estate market has not recovered enough for the banks to make their money back in the resale. We will gradually see that the small group of the elite, ultra-wealthy people who have tremendous power in the world are going to pull their resources together and begin to help the poor and the planet. It is long overdue. The big economic changes that are coming may sound scary, but it's all for our own good because we have to change the financial inequities around the world. We are at the beginning of the process, waking up for the unfairness of the current system.
In October 2011, we will start to hear word of a cult led by a charismatic leader and founded on the prophecies of the Mayan calendar that says the world will come to an end in December 2012. Fears of another Jonestown or Waco in the works will fuel the public imagination as we are again seeing armed government agencies surrounding a compound. It's unclear as to whether things will be resolved peacefully. There is a strong millennial streak in our nation's history, and this could actually wind up becoming a repeat performance of what has come before while setting off a series of copycat incidents.
People will start growing their own food on a level of unprecedented since World War II. There will be fights over possession of allotments.
2011 will see an increase in job growth in May and September. The planet Mercury will be a big influence here, so look for jobs to be created in Mercury-ruled markets. So, what does Mercury rule? Anything connected to communications, media, sales, companionship, travel, analysis, small animals, and children, as well as early education and training. So what kind of jobs would these be exactly? Accounting, bookkeeping, online sales, tech support, nursing, teaching, resort industries, physical therapists, physical trainers, child care, pet care, graphic design, web page design, research, and day trader.
The U.S. gradually begins to stop dictating whom people can love as much of the world's transitions from an unrealistic collective dogma into individualized relationship identities that are emotionally and physically authentic.
I was pleased when the sun was in Pisces and the moon was exalted in Taurus. Jupiter, the planet of big government, was also in Pisces at the time, and so Jupiter is entranced into Taurus on June 4th.
Entrance into Taurus.
Into Taurus on June 4th. 2011 will bring out all of the Earth's signs' territorial tendencies. This will only increase as we get closer to September 11th, 2011, and the 10-year anniversary of 9/11. So keep your papers next to your car registration in your glove compartment.
We will see progress on immigration laws, but all of our laws are going to be in contradiction and conflict because we're so split. There is too much disagreement. This issue is going to continue to fuel the debate over federal and state rights, especially along the border states. The new bill will not do very much to change the healthcare system for the better because divisiveness prevented us from getting to the heart of the problem. Actually, there will be many people confused and frustrated and will go without health care because of the complexity. Big health insurance companies will begin to deny claims just in hopes that the insured will not follow through on the appeals.
As awful as this accident has been, the BP oil spill, I think, will be covered up for the intensity of the impact to the environment and the economy. Government and big oil will never allow the truth of the impacts to be released. And unfortunately, when it comes to energy policy, this event won't be a game changer. We will still drill for oil. Obama's intentions are good, but he's not being practical. Our thirst for cheap oil is too great. This is not going to trigger a big shift to alternative energy research and development. However, oil and gas will become more expensive due to greed, and that will trigger conservation and a push toward alternative energies.
Weather, however, natural disasters will accelerate. Another catastrophe will happen so that we wake up to the underlying condition. We have badly mistreated the planet, and this has to stop. In 2011, I see volcanoes erupting in another part of the world that is another major eruption. I also see more natural disasters in South America, earthquakes, and Southwest Asia, volcanoes and tidal waves. Weather patterns continue to be erratic. Earthquakes actively increasing throughout the world. There will be more frequent earthquakes in Southern California.
We will continue to see major physical events on our planet. We will continue to experience unique weather patterns. We will also continue to unusual earthquake activity all over the planet. We will again experience large earthquakes in Asia, Indonesia, and South America. We will also see tsunami events in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. More of